Hi guys, I'm standing next to one of the two Rose of Sharons that I have in my yard. I'm going to prune this one today and I hope to reduce it by about a third. I want to get this job done before growth starts, and this particular bush is a summer flowering bush. So the rule of thumb that we try to remember here in Michigan, and it's probably true throughout the Midwest, is that if something blooms up to about June 10th, then those flower buds are in place right now. And they were formed last summer. And if you prune in the early spring, you will be pruning off some flower buds. Now, if you have, say, a very large lilac or something like that, and you want to just get it under control, if you don't mind sacrificing those buds, that's okay. But for a summer flowering bush, it has not produced its flower buds for this season. So if I prune it in the spring before growth starts, I haven't lost any flowers. Now, one of the other reasons besides reducing the overall size of this bush, it gives me the opportunity to take out any dead material, to take out branches that are crossing, to increase the overall flower size because I'm going to reduce the number of flower buds that will produce flowers. And so those remaining flower buds will be a little larger. Now, what I'm going to do is prune one of these bushes and leave the other alone, and then we can compare the results in terms of the flower size when it flowers this summer. In order to do any job right, you need the right tools. So these are the things that we're going to need to get this job done. Number one, a pruning saw. This is for the larger branches. And a pruning saw, you'll notice it's kind of curved across the top. It allows you to get in there where it's a little tight. And also a pruning saw cuts on the drawstring. Second thing, also for larger branches, we have loppers. And these are power gears that I picked up at Home Depot, and I really love these guys. You can cut branches more easily. And I like the long handles because you get better leverage. And then some hand pruners, which will be for the smaller branches. And then finally, the other thing we need to have, and I'm not always great at using these, but I've gotten a lot better, safety glasses. And the reason you need safety glasses is you never know when you might turn around and not see a branch and in your eye it goes. And the problem is, at the time I'm making this video, we're right in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic. So if you have to go to the emergency room, you're probably low priority. So safety glasses are something that you should always have anytime you're doing any pruning. Now normally, if this was an older bush, a much older bush, I would remove any dead material. And the way I can tell if it's died is once the wood is died, it breaks off very easily, and also the bark starts to slough off because it's starting to decompose. But this is a fairly young bush, and I don't really have any dead branches in here, so I don't have to worry about that at this point. The next thing we're going to do is go in there and take branches that are crossing and in bad locations. And we're going to do part of this because it'll improve the overall look of the plant, but also it allows us to thin the bush out. Here's an example of some branches that are growing together. This one coming from the base is running right into this smaller one. This one has come up from base two and it's split into two. So I'm going to have to decide what I want to take out. So I think I'm going to take out this one that's splitting. And when I make my cut, I want to get as close to the ground as possible. Now, I won't be able to use the saw here because it's hard to get in here without damaging others. So I'm going to try to use the loppers to take out this branch. And I want to try to take it out as close to the ground as I can. So I double check to make sure which one I'm going to get or remove. Get as close to the ground as I can and try not to damage too much else. I'm gonna have to cut this apart in order to get it out. The next one I'm going to take out is this one right here, which splits off and goes up against this one over to the side here. And then the other side goes off and rubs up against another branch up here, right there. In the back here, in the back here, this one is growing right up against this one, and this branch goes way up in the middle. So by removing this branch, this will also help to reduce the overall size of the tree or shrub. As I'm trying to select branches to decide what to thin out, this branch right here and this branch right here are very close together. They don't really give each other room to grow. There's another one over here. So if I want some space between branches, I'm going to choose between this one and this one. I'm going to take this one out and I'll use the saw if I can get it in there. Let's see. And we'll get this in here. Well, I guess I can. And with this power gear, it's pretty easy to cut. These two branches are two of the tallest branches in the plant, so I'm going to take these two out. This one over here is wrapping around another one. I will go around to the other side of the plant to look at that to see if I still want to take it out, but you can only get down so low. I can't believe I might even get this with the loppers. I'm going to take this little guy out right here. I think this might be it for the big cuts. Now, to further reduce the height, I'm going to make a series of thinning cuts, but I'm going to take out these branches, but I want to direct the growth outward. I don't want to direct the growth inward like this one right here, although this is so small it's not a big issue, but I would not want this one growing inward. It looks bad. So we're going to take this out. And now I'm just going to go around the bush, lower its height by making those cuts, and hopefully I can balance the overall look of the bush out when I'm finished. Well, I'm finished. It took a little bit longer than 30 minutes, about 45 minutes, and you can see I'm a fairly aggressive pruner, and there's quite a bit of wood over here on the ground, and I've reduced the height quite a bit. You can see it's probably not more than a foot or more above me, so I've reduced it about a third, maybe a little less. And we'll see how this looks during the summer, and we'll come back and make another video that shows flower size, and I'll compare them to the bush that was unpruned. So we'll see if this was worth it or not. This is Gary, and I'll see you later. Bye.